What's up, everybody? It's Coach Kev, professional athlete, NBA player. Jontay Porter has been banned for life from the NBA. What did he do to deserve that? Was this punishment justified or was it too harsh? So here's Stephen A. Smith discussing the topic. Let's find out what's really going on.
But the first order of business is get into this news about a guy that has now been banned for life by the National Basketball Association, the NBA. We're going to get started with this breaking news out of the NBA. Bottom line is it's not good. There's no way to slice it. The league has issued a lifetime ban to Raptors forward Jontay Porter for gambling violations. The NBA says Porter committed several serious violations that include betting on games, providing confidential information to bettors, and worst, limiting his own participation in games for gambling purposes. As part of the league statement, here's what Commissioner Adam Silver had to say, and I'm reading this, quote, "There is nothing more important than protecting the integrity of NBA competition for our fans, our teams, and everyone associated with our sport. Which is why Jontay Porter's blatant violations of our gaming rules are being met with the most severe punishment. While legal sports betting creates transparency that helps identify suspicious or abnormal activity, this matter also raises important issues about the sufficiency of the regulatory framework currently in place, including the types of bets offered on our games and players. Working closely with all relevant stakeholders across the industry, we will continue to work diligently to safeguard our league and our game."
Wow. Now that is a lot going on right there. So now professional sports is allowing gambling and betting on the games. This stuff I feel is going to happen more regularly. Jonte may have taken it too far, but Adam Silver pretty much is saying that this will not be tolerated. Gambling, betting on the game as a professional athlete, that is not going to fly in the NBA.
Agree with Adam Silver more. My condolences to the Porter family, particularly Michael Porter Jr., a star forward for the reigning defending NBA champion Denver Nuggets. That's his brother, who was just banned for life. But the reality is that he deserved to be banned. Everybody knows you can't bet on your own sport. You shouldn't be betting on your own sport. You damn sure shouldn't be limiting your own competition and leaking confidential information to bettors. This is why one of the cardinal rules is not to bet on the sport. That's what he did. There's no excuse for it, y'all. There's no excuse for it. Now, be clear. Let me not be inconsistent here. I am a person who's been on a record on numerous occasions in the past saying that Pete Rose should be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm a person that has said, hell, murderers get out of jail eventually sometimes. You got to be kidding me. I've said this. But one of the reasons why I've been a bit lenient with Pete Rose is for a couple of reasons. Number one, they never said he bet as a player. Number two, they never proved he bet on his team to lose, which is what Jontay Porter was accused of.
Betting on his team to lose. So what I'm hearing is that Jontay Porter gave some information to his friend, associate, something like that, and decided that like 5 minutes into the game or whatever the case may be, that he's feeling sick. He's not going to be able to participate playing the game. And then they end up losing the game. And coincidentally, his associate, I don't know how much money he put down on the game for the Raptors losing, but he put down a good amount of money and he won a good amount of money covering it. So it definitely is suspicious. Definitely is crazy. Betting on your team to lose is wild crazy. At least if you're going to bet on your team to win and play good, right? This guy, Porter, you're bugged out, Porter.
As well. Number three, my attitude is when he had that 44-game winning hitting streak, when he was absolute positive box office, you sat up there and exploited him then. You never gave back the money. You never gave back the ratings. You never gave back the revenue that was generated by the ratings if you're the networks. So if you don't have any evidence whatsoever that this man compromised his performance or that of his team or that of anybody that was a competitor, which means he went out there and legitimately was the all-time hits leader, then why try to act like this dude doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame? That is an entirely different matter than Jontay Porter, who's averaging 4 points and 3 rebounds a game.
Here we go. This is the Stephen A. Smith I know and love. Here we go, Stephen A.
Playing in Toronto, representing the NBA, gambling on your sport, leaking confidential information to bettors. In one instance, the dude entered the game and had to depart from the game after 3 minutes claiming he was sick. And somebody did some kind of parlay that netted them thousands of dollars in profits based off of his minimal production.
There we go.
So when you take those kind of things into account, those are transgressions we've never definitively applied to somebody the likes of Pete Rose, who, by the way, was a Hall of Fame player, not some dude averaging 4 points a game. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about Jontay Porter. This is an egregious crime. This is an egregious crime. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it if nobody else says it. This was worse than Donald Sterling. The former owner for the Los Angeles Clippers, who was banned by Adam Silver for life and forced to give up ownership of the Clippers franchise. They had wanted him out for years. But even Mark Cuban said back then, you're opening a Pandora's box. It's a very, very dangerous thing. If you don't remember the story, Donald Sterling, the former owner for the Clippers, had a little mistress, his little kitty cat. That's what she called herself. Okay? And he sat up there and he didn't like the affection that she was showing to Magic Johnson. And he says, why do you need to do that? Why do you need to be that way? Why do you need to show your affection or to be around black people?
No, that is so true. He's saying that Jontay Porter betting, doing that thing, gambling and whatever, all the stuff he did is worse than Donald Sterling. So Donald Sterling was an NBA owner and used racial remarks about black people, about just, I forget the actual words that he used describing black people, but like Stephen A. Smith, he definitely showed that he does not like black people, allegedly.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people heard that and surmised that Donald Sterling was a damn racist. The LeBron James of the world wanted him out of the league. Irvin Magic Johnson swore he would never go to another Clippers game as long as Donald Sterling was the owner. Chris Paul and the Blake Griffins and DeAndre Jordans of the world and Lob City were thinking and contemplating protesting the game while Doc Rivers was the coach. And they were going up against the Golden State Warriors coach then by Mark Jackson. Remember all of that? That's what was going on. And because of that, and it was caught on tape because this little kitty cat, Tricks Are for Kids, this little mistress, Silly Rabbit, that's what she called herself, Silly Rabbit. Silly Rabbit, that's why I said Tricks Are for Kids. Remember when they talk about the cereal? It's Tricks for Kids and Silly Rabbit, Tricks Are for Kids. That's what she called herself, this little Silly Rabbit.
Bro, that man said Silly Rabbit, Tricks for Kids like 10 times. We get it, Stephen A. We get it, man.
She secretly taped and recorded him and got him embroiled in that controversy that ultimately cost him ownership of the Clippers franchise. Thank the good Lord, by the way, because I love me some Steve Ballmer, the present-day owner, billionaire owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. It's much better for the league than Donald Sterling ever was, but that's beside the point. My point is, the reason why I bring up Donald Sterling in concert with Jontay Porter is because those are the two folks we immediately know that have been banned for life by Commissioner Adam Silver of the NBA. That's the parallel. And I'm here to tell you now, as egregious as Donald Sterling was, as much as he deserved to be gone, as better off as the league is with him being gone, Him simply asking a mistress, why do you have to be around black people? Sounding like a plantation owner, by the way. I'll concede that. But that's not, in terms of his actions, in the same ballpark as what Jontay Porter purportedly has done.
What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Do you agree with Stephen A. Smith on that point? That Jontay Porter, what his actions were worse than what Donald Sterling did? I actually, now that I'm listening to Stephen Ashley, I agree. Jontay Porter's bugged out. He's inside information leak. That's just destroying the integrity of the NBA. That's not good. Sorry, even though what Donald Sterling did is not good either. And fellas, watch who you lie your head with at night, because her recording him say that is she got no loyalty. She was like, "Nah, I'm about to out this man."
Y'all, you can't do what Jontay Porter is proclaimed to have done by the league. You can't. You can't have it. You just can't. He has to be gone. And I feel bad for Michael Porter, who's trying to help the Denver Nuggets repeat as champions, because that's his brother. So you know he's going to be bombarded with a boatload of questions, as he should. That's his brother. Your brother did this. There's no way around it. You got to ask him those questions. You got to ask him.
Simple question for you guys. Do you believe that a lifetime ban for Jontay Porter is the correct response by Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA? Or do you believe that the lifetime ban is going too far? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. For me, like I said, if I'm going to bet and do this inside stuff, I'm betting on myself to win first and foremost. But for me, what he did, it deserves a lifetime ban. Because you can't have a person like that still associated with your sport, with the NBA, because then people are going to be like, now it's opening Pandora's box. Who else is gambling? Who else are they allowing to do this inside information trading and all this stuff to destroy the integrity of the game? So banning him for life was the only decision that Adam Silver could have made. But like I said, let me know what your thoughts are, if you believe it's going too far or the banning for life is just right. Till next time, this is Coach Kev, and I'm out of here.